Designed with the driver in mind, the all-new Mazda CX-90 is the perfect blend of high-performance appearance and world-class refinement. Right now, get 0.9% financing on the all-new CX-90 at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer. Team Mazda, a member of the Team Automotive Group.
That would be concerning and maybe set a precedent moving forward.
If you have plans to be outside, you might hit a couple of these little passing showers.
A drug bust and a few arrests made. Look at what they hauled in here.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday.
Still no pencil.
No.
Which is a continuing conversation from 9 News this morning at the back end, which is a Guinness World Record holder. That's a lot of pencils in his house. 69,000 pencils the man had.
He has them displayed all over his house.
All over his
nowhere
house.
to sit, nowhere to, everywhere you look, pencils.
You can sit, it's just going to be, uncomfortable and dangerous.
Yeah. May walk with some lead in it.
Oh, hey now.
Careful.
Little pep in your step over here. It is a overcast morning in South Louisiana. Not any rain really kind of left for us.
No, Steve's been saying all morning we've been trending drier in our part of the world. But Steve, rain not over for us entirely this week. Maybe just today we're trending drier, right?
Yeah, we're trending drier. A few spotty showers today, and then we look ahead. Maybe early next week we could get the next round moving in. Outside this morning, cool once again, pretty similar to the last couple of mornings. Most of us in the mid to upper 50s. Baton Rouge 58 degrees. Gonzales right now checking in at 59. Again, you see the overcast. I don't think that's really going anywhere today. Even if it's not raining, plan on plenty of clouds. Now here's a check on a First Alert Radar Network. Drier, but not completely dry. We have a few light showers showing up east of Baton Rouge at this hour, kind of moving northeast to southwest. So the chance of a light shower and a few sprinkles, that will remain on the board for today. I actually got a little bit lucky late yesterday and last night, especially Baton Rouge northward, where the rain started to add up a little bit. So this is estimated rain since Monday. It's not as much as we originally expected, but still ended up being a decent soaking for some of us. Some pockets of dark blue, which indicates at least 1.5 inches of rain. And you can see from basically Baton Rouge into the Felicianas and southwest Mississippi, some totals of 1.5 to 2 inches of rainfall. The airport in Baton Rouge over the last couple of days coming in, I think, just under 1.5 inches. So we will certainly take that. Now for today, as I said, the clouds are going to linger, breezy, cool, highs low to mid 60s, and that small chance of a light shower, a few sprinkles. We're watching low pressure really crank up near the mouth of the river this morning. Been some strong winds along the coast and offshore and some heavier rains. And you see why we thought we'd get a little more rain, because that low is expected to be farther north. Had it come just a little farther north, it would have been more widespread, moderate to heavy rain around the area. But if you didn't get as much as you hoped this go around, we give you a first alert to potentially some rain returning by early next week. This is just a snapshot from the European model. This is Monday morning around daybreak, but as a cold front moves in, it's got some showers and storms. Now, still some pretty big model differences. I showed on 9 News this morning. At the same time, the GFS is still much farther west. But both of those models do eventually show good rain chances early next week. And the Weather Prediction Center says over the next 7 days, an additional 1/2 inch to 1 inch of rain locally, with most of that expected early next week. I do think perhaps we're starting to see the pattern flip here. So we had the rain event the last couple of days, another early next week. We might finally see a pattern that'll be more conducive to start getting some more significant drought relief. Today, just spotty showers and cool. Tomorrow on into the weekend, mainly dry, a little bit warmer, low to mid 70s for highs. Could get a couple of showers late Sunday. I think pretty good rain chances early next week. And then looking down the road a bit, still looks pretty good for Thanksgiving. Right now, I've got partly cloudy with highs in the mid 60s. 7:06 right now. I know we've had some trouble on I-12 this morning. How are we doing with that, John?
Yeah, I-12 out in Satsuma. We have a little spilled load right before the Livingston cross exit. Going to show you that. Let's get down here to our local area first. And starting to see a little backup on I-10 eastbound from Bluebonnet to Essen, and then on past that toward the College Drive area. And then I-12 coming in from Denham doesn't really slow down until you get right past O'Neill Lane, O'Neill to Millerville. A little slow there. There's the I-12 Essen Lane overpass right there. So that looks pretty good. Bridge traffic a little bit slow coming in from Port Allen. Here's that situation Steve-O was talking about a few minutes ago. Let me kind of give you an orientation of where we are. Here's Denham Springs. This is I-12. This is Walker right here. Satsuma Road. And then right past that is a vehicle that has spilled a load. And we have no cameras in that area, but I can tell you the backup is almost to Walker, from Walker to right past Satsuma, which is a healthy little backup. And trucks really, commercial vehicles really can't use Satsuma as a alternate route, although one lane is open on I-12 east near there. If they get off the interstate, and you see some folks getting off right here, that's going to be at the Walker exit and then get back on at Livingston Frost. 7:07, back to Studio B, where we give you a little brief update on some of the more important stories that we included in our coverage of 9 News this morning. And we go to Studio B with Matt and Liz to do that.
Johnny, thanks. And we have a lineup of stories today, starting for the nation's capital. Okay, so yesterday, the big update coming out of D.C. Well, the House ended up passing that bill that went through. Now, where does it go next?
Well, the government funding bill now going to the United States Senate. If they pass that, it goes to the president's desk, and the White House saying that he will sign it. But it took bipartisan deals to get this together to pass out of the House, and that is actually what cost Kevin McCarthy his speakership. Working together, trying to get some Democratic votes. That's how it passed here. Yeah. We'll see what happens next, but again, to your point, goes to the Senate, so we'll see. Back in our little part of the world here, this became a quick headline late last night into the morning. BRPD looking for 2 escaped youths. And
just this morning, we got the picture of these 2 juvenile inmates here, so have a look. You're looking at David Atkins and Jeremiah Green. BRPD telling us that they actually escaped that juvenile facility near the BTR Metro Airport around 9 o'clock Tuesday night. So here's what you need to look out for. We're told they're wearing a white shirt, orange sweatpants, and then orange slippers. Very distinct, and you should be able to notice that, but we need you to take a look at those faces. If you spot them, you need to be aware of your surroundings. Call 911 or Crime Stoppers. They're trying to catch them, recapture them, and bring them back to the Juvenile Detention Center. BRPD
working with other local, state, and even federal folks to try and get them back where they need to be. BRPD now working another shooting investigation as well. 2 injured here.
We're told this happened near Dalton, along Dalton near Plank Road. We're still waiting to find out the condition of these 2 injured people here. Also waiting on details in the investigation, but if you can help fill in some of those blanks, it's a call to Crime Stoppers.
All right, I want to get you caught up on this as well. This became a quick headline over the last couple days as well. A man from South Louisiana missing during a cruise into the Gulf of Mexico, well, out of New Orleans through the Gulf. And now we've put a face to the name here.
This is Tyler Lee Barnett. His family had reached out to us saying, hey, we have a family member who's been missing. He was on the Carnival Glory, departed from the port of New Orleans actually a couple days ago. He was with his sisters. Well, the discrepancy is here. He went missing sometime between late Sunday, Monday, and his family started reaching out to us between then. The U.S. Coast Guard is involved in a search there in the waters there in the Gulf of Mexico for him. Carnival says that they reviewed its surveillance footage and actually saw him jumping overboard one of the floors into one of the rescue ships there and then jumping overboard then from there. So a tough story to process here, but the Coast Guard is still searching the waters, weather permitting.
So we'll keep you caught up here. I want to make sure you know about this as well. Governor-elect Jeff Landry, of course, he takes office early January, set to talk about his cabinet, right? The main positions working with his administration, set to announce his first cabinet pick and position later on today. Actually, set to talk about probably just more than that. There's a few openings.
Yeah, could we see a new head of state police being picked,
That's right?
We've heard the Colonel Lamar Davis is retiring once January 8th comes around and the new cabinet comes in. So we're expected to see that news conference today. We're actually going to stream it in this story for you here. 10 o'clock this morning, going to come live out of Lafayette. Yeah, we'll bring that to you at 10.
Okay, so that's going on, right? I want to let you know, speaking of lawmakers and those in politics, you can hear from some candidates from Louisiana's biggest runoff races. I know a good place to, you ever been to Portobello's? Great little spot. I mean, I say little, great spot to go just to catch a good meal. This is the spot to catch maybe some information.
It's a Jones Creek Portobello's Grill location here. 11:45 today, the Rotary Club of Southeast Baton Rouge, one of the newer ones here, they're hosting candidates for the Attorney General's race, Secretary of State, the State Treasurer's race, and a couple of House Representative seats. If you'd like to hear from some of those candidates today, 11:45, they're asking you to RSVP. You can find information on their website.
Easy enough right there. I want to let you know about this as well. BRCC hosting a job fair Wednesday. This is for adjunct instructors to be a part of the facilities here.
You need to have a master's degree and a certain number of hours in the direct field that you plan on teaching in. So if you're interested in maybe having a part-time job as an adjunct professor next semester, BRCC is looking for you. You must fill out an application ahead of time, and our great digital team has made sure to bold that story, the link in this story for you. Bring that. You can submit all your documents ahead of time and then make your way to the Magnolia Building in the Mid-City campus 5 to 7 tonight.
Get your feet wet with higher education. Speaking of higher education, Southern University now without a head football coach, firing Eric Dooley. They have a plan in place for an interim head coach and an acting head coach going forward towards the Bayou Classic.
Sean Wallace, the safeties coach, he's going to be the acting coach for the Bayou Classic in New Orleans 2 weekends from now. But beyond that, what is the future for the program? We're expecting to hear from all of the people involved. Roman Banks, athletic director on the Bluff. 10:30 today. We're going to stream that for you here. Also bring you the latest on 9 News at noon.
A lot of folks want to know, so we'll keep you in the know. Want you to know about this as well. Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank always does so much. Certainly when the holidays roll around, we were talking with CEO Mike Manning recently on the show. Talked to him again yesterday. They expect to feed about 100,000 folks in the 11 parishes they serve for the holidays. But it's not just the holidays.
No, it's year-round. They feed families in 11 different parishes, and that's a tall task. So for the holidays, for every year beyond that, we're asking you to donate. We're about to launch our Red Bags food program. You're going to go to shop at an Associated Grocery store, pick up a red food bag, $10 right there at the cash register. Yeah, and they send that food right there to the food bank. Easy to get involved. A meal for our local families in need for the holidays.
All the great ways to be a part of, great ways to help. Hey, Callie Hubbard was talking about this morning, bringing your electronics to CACRC, the Capital Area Corporate Recycling Council.
Nice.
Sometimes I say center, I guess, instead of, because
I don't think you're wrong, though. It is a location.
Apparently, it's America Recycles Day.
Yeah, it is. So if you have any old electronics, you're thinking, I don't know what to do with this. I don't want to go to Best Buy. Return it here. A laptop, iPad, cords, charging cables, hard drives you want to get rid of, they take care of all of that for you here. So on America Recycles Day, keep that in mind. There's a place right there off of Main Street you can donate to. You can even buy laptops, monitors, things too.
So as you're going out there to get rid of the gear, think about donating a toy. Toys for Tots, the big drive going on right now.
How about it, guys? Easy to donate an unwrapped toy for a local kid in need. Talking about making Christmas morning for a lot of families in need.
That's the idea. Guys, you want to be a part of all this?
Yeah, it's such an easy thing to do, right, Johnny? Pick up a toy, unwrap. You don't even have to wrap it.
That's true, and it makes folks that don't have kids feel really good too, because you can do that, and good cause, great cause.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it. Spreading joy for people in need.
And plus, it gives Johnny Asian an excuse and a reason to be walking down the small little kids aisle.
I don't need an excuse to go shop for toys.
No, you don't need to.
I go down
That's right. Your house is
toy
full
all the time.
Oh, well, this is how rumors get started. Careful, careful.
Where did that
Steve's
just
like,
go?
oh, gosh. See y'all later.
The winning play is the Buy Here, Sell Here event at the Team Automotive Group. Buy here and save on hundreds of certified and pre-owned vehicles. Or sell here and we'll pay you top value. Buy here or sell here and you'll be the winner at every location of the Team Automotive Group.